Good morning to everyone. Well, let me start saying that this module has helped me a lot to figure out what happiness is. I can tell you that right now I do have a different perception of the happiness. Okay. Now, well, I'd like to describe 6 takeaways. The first one is that our happiness depends on 50% set point, the magnitude of set points we are born with. I would say that like this is our DNA of happiness. 40% intentional activities, and then just 10% of circumstances. Well, before this module, I was thinking that circumstances played like a huge role in our happiness, but this is not the case. So no matter how bad the situation is, you can still be happy. The second takeaway is that people can practice to achieve happiness. Let's start thinking that happiness is a science. There is the science of happiness. So we need to practice self-awareness, and after that we can practice to be happy. Then number 3, material things make you happy for a short time. So don't focus a lot on material things or job positions, so forth and so on. As a matter of fact, as the hedonic adaptive curve that we learn in this course shows clearly that as soon as you get your item, you buy your item, you are very happy, and then the happiness curve decreases drastically. So material things don't give you long-term happiness. Keep that into account. Then avoid social comparison. This is something very easy. I'm starting doing from now. So stay away from social media. Do not compare yourself to others and just practice gratitude. Number 5, our mind adapt to circumstances. No matter how bad the situation looks like, you can still fight on that and then be happy in the future. So we don't put limitation on our happiness. And number 6 is that as of now, we learned that there are some kind of tools that measure our happiness. So we can measure our happiness because we need to be self-aware. And I would like to mention the country ladder. Okay, let's have a look at the part number 2 of the assignment, bias. I'd like to talk about the halo effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where overall impression influence the judgment of people, where positive perception leads to positive bias in other unrelated areas. I will give my personal experience so we can well define the concept which I just explained. A couple of years ago, one of my team members made some bad mistakes in executing a contract. The company ended up paying a penalty of a considerable amount of money, and on top of that, the customer, which was a key customer, was extremely unhappy. Well, everyone within the organization knew it, so the information spread quickly across the organization. It was clear to me that I was the line manager at that time, that the guy did not have the right skill set to work as a contract manager. As a matter of fact, I tried to relocate the guy. I personally spoke with at least 4 line managers to try to understand if there was the possibility to relocate him. From my point of view, I was honest. The guy had some good skill set, but were not related to the position that he held at that time. Well, to cut the long story short, no one gave any chance to him to have an interview, and this was a very good example as an halo effect. The guy was labeled as a poor performer, and therefore no one gave the opportunity to him, no matter what. Now let's move to the 2 strategies that I'm suggesting to mitigate the impact of bias. First of all, I would like put into place awareness campaign. Recognize that bias exists. we need to do that. So we are going to push and make sure that we recognize that bias exists. I would run specific workshops on bias, showing the negative impact that bias can have. Once again, showing real case where bias damage people, as I've just done in my personal experience. Number two, constant feedback and open communication approach. Well, give feedback every time that a task is being delivered, is being completed. Honest information, transparency, not being afraid to receive a feedback. So push on that concept. More we share, more we tend to remove bias. So bias can be mitigated with open communication and transparency. Okay, let's move to the part number 3 of the assignment, workflow experience. Well, first of all, I'd like to describe as a flow experience something which is related to my job, which I'm performing on a daily basis. Now, managing a team. So, my long experience in managing teams allows me to determine right now that these kind of activities, so managing teams, is a flow experience. Well, I'm feel confident, as I say. I'm not feeling bored because I really love to motivate my team, keep them engaged as much as I can in managing conflict. But well, I'm not anxious at all because I know perfectly what I'm doing and I'm confident on what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, I know that I'm in this flow experience because I'm extremely confident in what I'm doing. And another key point is it does not take too much time for me to make a decision. And most of the time, it's a right decision. Well, I think that people, my team members especially, can see that I'm in the flow experience, thanks to, well, direct feedback, company surveys, and face-to-face feedback. As I say, I'm a kind of manager, and even thanks to this executive MBA after 1 year, that I'm trying to promote the so-called transparent and open communication. And doing that, I really understand that, well, I am having good feedback. It means that I'm within the flow experience. Now, as I say, as a key point, I was thinking thoroughly about the flow experience, and everyone should be working in the flow experience to give the best. When you are in the flow experience, you feel you don't feel pressure, and doing so, you are giving your best for yourself and for the company. Something important that I really appreciate during this course is the discussion that I have with my classmates. Well, this is priceless. It helped me a lot to figure out that we must take actions immediately if we are working out of the flow experience zone, not just for ourselves, but even from others. So I enjoyed really to have this open discussion with people with different backgrounds around the world. This is like, it's something that is unique. Okay, we are right now at the end of the assignment where I was asked to develop my happiness plan. First of all, I wanted to say that this for me is something very important, which I'm really applied to my life. Now, as my happiness plans consists in two type of, I would say, objectives, or I will call them wishes. Based on the WOP approach, I will call those two objective wishes. The first one is a healthy lifestyle and financial freedom. These are two wishes that I would like to achieve. Now, financial freedom doesn't suit very well with what we have learned from the course, but at the end of the day, it's more an objective which is going to make sure that my family is going to have security for the future. So I wanted to keep as a wishes. Now we are going to have an outcome. So, well, with regard to the healthy lifestyle, I will feel better and full of energy due to the new lifestyles. And with regard to the financial freedom, I will feel relaxed knowing that my family has money enough in case something's going to happen to me. What obstacle? Well, we have very, tough obstacle. Well, if with regard to the healthy lifestyle, not being able to work out on a daily basis due to the work, because I'm traveling quite a lot, and not being able to eat healthy food because I'm traveling. So it's most of the time at the restaurant. So this can impact my lifestyle. While for the financial freedom, one of the obstacles I can see is losing my job before 55 years old. I'm currently 45, because what I've noticed that the business is really going fast. There's lots of potential competitors around the world. People are studying. The world is really, I would say, running so fast. Okay, now based on my two objectives or wishes, which is going to bring them to a happy life, I would say that I will monitor myself every 3 months. So 3 months starting now, and then after 6 months. Well, first of all, I'm having this kind of approach even at work and in general in life. I'm going to have a dashboard with showing my workout and my diet plan, and I will be monitoring on a daily basis this action plan. Try to strict apply what is written in the dashboard. Try to make sure that I'm gonna cook food on a daily basis, and I will obviously have my personal menu showed on the dashboard, and so every day of the week I will be able to try to choose the right food which is going to allow me on a healthy lifestyle. Well, my plan is to train in the lunch break. I'm gonna make sure that on my calendar I was gonna book from midday up to 1 p.m. a slot that is for me to be able to go to the gym or go for a walk or go for cycling. While in a 6-month plan, I would like to do something more structured, maybe create a YouTube channel for sharing the progress that I have developed so far within a 3 month. Well, always keeping on the training between one midday to one, and then part of monitoring is to involve my wife in this new life approach, which is something very important to bring the family in every kind of happiness plan. While for the financial freedom, um, checking constantly if I'm saving, always using a dashboard or some application which I'm using. I'm using an application, a very basic application, which is a calendar of Google that allow me to make sure that I'm saving as much as I can to make sure that my final plan is going to be there. In terms of 6 months, well, when I'm going to complete my master, so forth and so on, I want to for sure try to get some improvement with regard to my personal careers that is going to allow me to invest more money and to try to get the financial freedom as soon as I can.